Blazing here, and today we got another Raid Shadow Legends video. So on Friday, which is tomorrow, we are going to have a 2x on Ancients. And they've decided to pair it up with, where are we? Right here. A tournament where you can get yourself a champion if you come in first place. You can get Thalesia if you're level 1 through 50. You can get Shimnath if you're level 51 through 80, and you can get Corvus the Corruptor if you're between 81 to 100. I'll go over the kits in just a second, but I'm not a fan of how they do these tournaments, because it's not like we save resources like a champion training or something like that. This is basically all RNG luck. So, you know, if you've seen my last shard pulls, except for my alt account and my main account, I haven't been doing great. Yeah, it's been mostly rares. So now if you're going up against somebody like Jared Gaming who just pulls Legos out of thin air, then you know, you're kind of screwed. But yeah, I'm not a fan of how they do these events. I think if it was, again, you know, just a set amount of points and you can get this champion like they do with the Winter Pass events, that wouldn't be bad. But I think even with those, you know, if they go by the shard, I don't like. If they go by, you know, how many champions you can pull, then that's fine on a 2x, because, you know, you can always just get stuff out of the market, or you can always just pop your misery shards. But yeah, so I don't like this. I'm level 100 account. I will be pulling shards on the 2x, or Garrett Jaming is going to be pulling my shards. But I'm not, I don't really care if I get a Corvus the Corruptor. So let's go through the kits real quick. You have two of them that are in the same faction. Now, the last time they actually did this was for Theodore, and I remember, like, the points were crazy stupid. It was Void Shards, and, you know, I think I was up against one of the guys from Mad, and he just threw up like 130, 140,000 points. Imagine how many shards that is. That's ridiculous. But yeah, so the first one's going to be Thalesia. Overall, I love her. She's a great epic. Brings so much to the table. But A1 applies a debuff spread of a 1 random debuff as long as the target is under Hex. So that is awesome. A2 attacks all enemies, increases the duration of all debuffs on the enemy by 1 turn. So, you know, you can it's on a 3-turn cooldown. So if you get a 2-turn decrease attack, you can make it 3 turns. And then A3 attacks all enemies, places a 60% decreased defense for 2 turns. So she's actually kind of a strong candidate for like a stun set for Faction Wars, or even some of like the normal Doom Tower and stuff. And she's actually even good for Clan Boss as long as you build her with the right supports around her. When attacking enemies under decreased defense, has a 50% chance of placing a Hex on them for 2 turns. So she's also great on the lower levels of Hydra. Next, you have Shimnath, who is in the same faction, and he'll be for accounts 51 to 80. A1 attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit has a 30% chance, books up to a 50% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense for 2 turns. His A2, boy, that's a mouthful. Transfers all debuffs for this champion to the target enemy, then attacks the enemy 3 times. The first hit increases the increases the duration of all debuffs on the target by 1 turn. The second hit decreases the duration of all buffs on the target by 1 turn. Also increases the duration of all buffs on this champion by 1 turn after attacking, and it comes down to a 3-turn cooldown. Then the A3 attacks all enemies 2 times. First hit removes all buffs, then the second hit will ignore 20% of the target's defense against targets that have no active buffs. I don't like this ability because you don't tend to build your nukers with any accuracy, right? So for this to actually properly work against like a proper built support, you need like 700 or 800 accuracy. At least in like gold arena or gold 5 high end or plat arena. Um, so I don't like this. If it was unresistible for removing all the buffs, that'd be good. I think it might find himself in a some sort of meta, but without that, I don't really care for him or her. I don't know if it's a, I guess it's a her. But, and then the passive increases this champion's accuracy by 10 for each buff on each enemy. Increases this champion's crit damage by 5% for each debuff on each enemy, stacks up to 100. So, yeah, I've seen him in some arenas teams, but nothing really too good. Nothing really to brag about, you know? The next one is a Sacred Order, Corvus. I do believe, I don't know if he was a 10x or I remember they did something with him a while back ago. And I wasn't a fan of him. I didn't go for him. So maybe he was a guaranteed. I'm not too sure. But A1 has a 40% chance of placing a decreased attack for 2 turns. Books up to 60%. A2 attacks all enemies. The first hit increases the duration of all enemy debuffs by 1 turn. The second hit increases the duration of all allied buffs by 1 turn. A3 attacks all enemies 2 times. Each hit has a 75% chance of placing 2 5% poison debuffs for 2 turns. When attacking, places a 25% after attacking, places a 25% poison sensitivity debuff on the enemies under 2 or more poison debuffs. I don't. Why is it after attacking? Why is it after attacking? I mean, I guess if you built him as a nuker, it prevents the mastery that takes out your debuffs. So, but I mean, anything in arena right now that you have that places any sort of debuffs is an issue because of the sheep. So, decreases the damage enemies under poisons. Debuffs inflict by 5% per poison. Debuff stacks up to 25. Yeah, again, nothing really to brag about. I don't think any of these are really worth it. I'm certainly not going to, you know, invest my shards into pulling for this. I'm investing them because it's a 2x, and I'm not pulling on the guarantees anymore because of how the shard count's been going. I mean, they increased the sacreds to 20, they increased the voids to 110. I'm anticipating that they're going to increase the ancients to like 180, 200. So at that point, if I'm going to be almost into mercy, it's not worth pulling. You know, we did do a video with Jay, both on mine and his channel, where we talked about what should be the next legendary or epic for guaranteed and what we thought was a fair value for them. Maybe Plarium should go and watch that and use that as ideas. But yeah, so guys, don't forget, we still have the Forge Pass giveaway that will be ending on Friday morning when I wake up. It is the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the winner so I can get that back to them as quickly as possible. Make sure that you guys go check that out if you haven't already, so you can enter in. And yeah, guys, I hope you you think about it. It is a watch out. Make sure you know you don't screw yourself over. It's not 2x's, I guess, aren't the best anymore to pull. I guess the guarantees are, but I just don't like the way the guarantees have been going because they're just not. I don't know. They're just, the shard count is starting to suck, so I'm not too thrilled about it. But anyways, yeah. So guys, be well, be safe, be good to each other, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.